builds before. This build is a really good shooter. This is probably one of the best pure sharp builds you can make on this game. I'm gonna show you guys how to make it. You can actually speed boost with it and obviously get like the 99 3-pointer, so it's really effective. The fade game on this build is amazing, and I'm gonna let you guys know the pros and the cons about this build. I'm gonna show you guys how to make it, all that good stuff. So sit back, relax, and let's get right into it. Before we get this video started though, if you guys want to know my jump shot and my dribble SIGs, I will be dropping those if this video gets to 60 likes. So make sure you guys run this video up, get it to 60 likes, and the next video I will be sure to drop my jump shot on top of my dribble SIG. So let's get right into it. The position, you want to go with the point guard position. This is really effective for pure sharps. As I said, you can speed boost. If you go shooting guard, you lose a lot of attributes, and I see a lot of pure sharps doing that, and for my opinion, it's really not worth it. You're better off just going with the point guard. It's way better and way more effective. So yeah, go with the point guard. Obviously your hand and jersey number don't matter, so let's move on. Your skill breakdown. Now here you want to go with the pure sharp, like I said, the all green, the most green possible. This is a pure sharp, like I said, so yeah, go with that badge, that pie chart. Pretty straightforward, right? Your physical profile, you want to go with the first one again, the all speed. This build does lose a little bit of speed because it's not like half playmaking in the pie chart, so definitely want to go with that speed to kind of, you know, cut you some more slack, get you your attributes up. But you will be getting all that back even if you have gym rat and if you get 99 overall. So my build has a 90 plus speed, so it's all good. But yeah, let's get right into the attributes here. Your potential for the shooting, just straightforward, just max out every single category in your shooting. Get the shooting to get the 30 shooting badges just like that. Definitely want to max those out. I'll show you guys later why it's so important to max those out. And yeah, passing accuracy, bring it to 84. Ball handling, max that out as well. And you want to bring up your post moves just enough to the fact where you get 15 finishing badges, so that is at 61 on your post moves. That way you got the 15 playmaking, and that's actually really effective for when it comes down to being able to speed boost and having different type of badges that'll save you in the park. And I'll show you guys later what I'm talking about. But yeah, your defense. Now definitely this build, one of the cons about this build, it's not a good defender at all, but you can kind of counter that with some defensive badges. So I'm gonna show you guys how to get the most defensive badges possible while still being able to speed boost on top of that. Perimeter defense, you want to max out your lateral and your steals. Then bring up your defensive rebound just enough to where you can get 7, which is 68. So now that you have 68 on your defensive rebound, you can have 7 defensive badges. It's actually really good. You know, you get your little clamps, get your interceptors, you know, your pick dodgers, all that good stuff. And for the last 63, you just throw it all on your driving layup and your driving dunk, and there you go. You got the 1 finishing badge, the 30 shooting, the 15 playmaking on top of the 7 defensive. It's actually a really well balanced build, and it's so effective at the park. Anyone who watched my streams know that this build is actually really good. And yeah, let's move on. For your height, you want to go 6'2". The reason for 6'2" is because it helps you to speed boost. Like I said, you do not want to go too tall on this build. I see people making like 6'6" pure sharps. It's not worth it. The only reason why you should be making something like that is if you make it to be like a spot up build. But if you make it like mine, where you want to actually run the point guard's position with it, definitely want to go 6'2". It's not too short to where you're losing everything, and it's not too tall where you're losing everything as well. 6'2" is an optimal height for my opinion. You get the 80 ball control, and you'll see later if you get 99.9, you can actually speed boost off rip with this build, so it's actually really good. And yeah, the weight, a lot of people go minimum weight. I see do not go minimum weight. It's not really worth it. If you're doing that for acceleration, like I said, if you do have gym rat or if you do get 99 overall, you will get a 90 plus speed anyway. So I say go 175, because that way you still get 85 acceleration and you still don't lose too much on any other attributes. You're only gaining really. The only thing you're losing is strength, and who needs strength on a sharp build, you know what I'm saying? Now your wingspan. The wingspan, you definitely do not want to go minimum wingspan. This build already has bad enough defense. The fact that if you go minimum, you'll be getting bodied out here when you verse your 2-way slashing playmakers, your offensive threats. So definitely you do not want to go maximum either. So the optimal wingspan is 76.7. You still get the +1 to your ball handle, which is very essential for speed boosting. Like I said, once you get 99, you'll have an 86, and you can speed boost off rip, which is so effective. You definitely want to go with that. Even if you buy just like the skill boost from the boost bar, you'll be perfect. So definitely go with that. And yeah, let's move on. Now the takeover, this is the bread and butter right here, the takeover. A lot of people go sharp take on this build. For me, I don't really like sharp take this year. I find shot creating a lot better, because if you guys do watch my streams, you see I do a lot of fades. I play the fade game a lot, so definitely want to go with that sharp shooting, or sorry, the shot creating takeover. But if you know, it's personal preference at the end of the day. If you do like spotting up and shooting, you know, just standing jump shots, then go with that. But for me, I do fadeaways a lot, so I'm definitely going with the shot creating takeover. And here goes the build, the playmaking shot creator. But yeah, let's get right into the badges, yo. Let's get it. So we're gonna start off with the finishing. Just move left to right. I always use cross key score. We only get one finishing badge. It's not really that important, you know what I mean? Our finishing is kind of bad, but the only reason why I use cross key score is whenever I'm running across the paint, I like to do little fades and pull up shots right near the basket. And cross key score just gives you that little bonus, you know what I mean? So, you know, throw that on if you got like one finishing badge like me and you like to play the fade game a lot. So yeah, that's a nice little badge you can have right there. Now the bread and butter here, we got the shooting badges. You need to have that quick draw Hall of Fame. Your range extender you must have. Hey, where is it? Oh, here we go. Hot zone hunter. If you have hot spots, you need to have that on. These are all kind of like obvious badges that you need to have on for these types of builds. And then the next shooting badge is green machine. These four, I call them the big four. Any shooting build I have, I always have all these four badges on Hall of Fame, maxed out all the way. They're just useful, you know what I mean? They're the best shooting badges in the game, and we have 14 left over, so now you can kind of just, you know, mix and match however you want to do. The next badge I always go with is corner specialist on gold. Now a lot of people don't really like corner specialist this year. I actually really enjoy using it because if you guys watch my streams and see how I play, I take fades in the corner all the time. Like that is my main like game on this build. So I need to have that corner specialist on just to trigger those animations and to get that extra bonuses when I'm shooting. Sometimes I go silver because people do tell me silver is better, but honestly when I have it on gold, I just feel like a different breed. So I just use the gold. I never really go Hall of Fame. I might try it eventually. It's just because I have I want to use other badge points somewhere else, so I just put on gold, and that's actually pretty good. The next one you need is Deadeye. You definitely want that Deadeye Hall of Fame. Deadeye works best when there's like people around you, but they're not actually like full on in your face. So like let's say someone's closing out and you shoot the ball, that's what Deadeye will kick in for, and that badge is really effective for people who don't have fear shooting like me. So whenever someone's like in my area and they're closing out, I'm still pulling it anyway, and Deadeye will activate and I will make that shot. Now I cannot lie to you. The next badge I use, where's it? Difficult shots. Like I said, I play the fade game a lot. You need to have that difficult shots if you play the fade. It's so effective. It boosts your fadeaways so much. On top of the 95, 96, 97 3 ball we already have, mixed with that mid-range jumper, trust me, you will be making a lot of fades, big greens. If you guys want to know what jump shot and fadeaway animations I use, go check out my recent jump shot video, link in the description. And the last 3 badge points, I always kind of switch it up depending on how I'm feeling. Sometimes I go with the hot start to try and get off to a quick start, especially when I get my takeover booster at Elite 1. I am going to be using hot start a lot more. Another badge I always use is my catch and shoot, because I like to take a lot of spot up shots on this build, but whenever I'm not shooting, but it depends on the mode. Sorry, let me say, if I'm playing the rec center, I use catch and shoot, but if I'm playing the park, I use I use clutch shooter, because clutch shooter is so effective. If you have it on Hall of Fame, it starts kicking in at like 12 points, so that's pretty much like the half of the game. You're in clutch shooter and you basically get bonuses for all your shots. If you have it on gold, I believe it kicks in at like 15 points, so that's actually so good. The end of the park game is always get really intense, especially for me. I like to play a lot of comp games, so whenever I do that, clutch shooter is such a good badge to have activated. And yeah, those are my shooting badges. The next are the 15 playmaking we got. Gotta have that quick first step, gotta have that handles for days. You already know those are so effective on offense, especially for a build that doesn't have the greatest ball handling ever. Handles for days will help you from getting tired a lot and all that goodness. The next thing you need is unpluckable, so you're not getting ripped. Like I said, off rip, this build only has an 81 ball control, so the more you're unpluckable, the better chance you have of not getting stripped by these other opponents. The next badge I like to use is bailout. Now hear me out. Like I said, you guys, like I keep saying in this video, I take a lot of fades. Sometimes you'll take a fade and it's like, oh, that's a horrible shot. With bailout on gold, I can literally just pass out of it, and like 99% of the time it just goes to my big man and it doesn't even go out of bounds, you know what I mean? So bailout is such an effective badge, so that's why I got that on. And the final badge here is a personal preference. If you're really trying to get that extra rep, you go Lob City Passer. If you're trying to just help out your teammates, go Dimer. Or if you're just trying to break some ankles, go with Space Creator, you know what I'm saying? For me right now, I go with Lob City Passer just because I'm in the process of trying to hit Elite 1. So I'm trying to get as much, you know, lobs and stuff as I can. Give me that extra rep, you feel me? So yeah, that's how I do that. And for the final 7 defensive badges, I kind of just put it on, you know, the clamps got the, where is it, the pick dodger, and then the last one I just have like a little bronze intimidator for my opponents. And yeah, so those are my other badges for my defensive. So that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you make this build, let me know down in the comments. Let me know how you feel about it. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy and peace out, yo.